I'm a professor of statistics and machine learning at the ENSA Paris since 2006. Previously, I was a lecturer at the University of Bristol in the UK. My work mainly focuses on Bayesian computation. That is, on algorithms that enable the implementation of Bayesian statistical techniques. A PhD is the highest degree in higher education. It is also the only degree recognized worldwide. To obtain a PhD, one must undertake a research project for at least 3 years, which will lead to publication in scientific journals. These publications are then compiled and reformatted into a PhD thesis, which is reviewed and validated by experts. Finally, the doctoral candidate must defend their work during the thesis defense. At the end, the jury will award the PhD to the candidate, provided it is convinced that the thesis is a significant contribution to the field. The role of a thesis supervisor is to help the doctoral candidate become an independent researcher. To this end, the supervisor must provide guidance on which research topics to choose. Something exciting, given the state of the art. Also something which there's a good chance to make significant progress within the duration of the thesis. The advisor must also make sure that the candidate develops a variety of skills. The ability to perform independent research, of course, the ability to communicate effectively, writing papers, giving talks, and so on. Finally, the advisor must make sure that the work environment of the candidate is supportive and nurturing. This is really not a problem in our lab, as everybody is super friendly and helpful. Let's be frank, the primary criterion for recruiting a future doctoral candidate is academic excellence. One cannot start a PhD, especially in applied mathematics, without a very solid math background. But that's not enough. It also requires a certain temperament. An ability to be passionate about your subject, strong independence of mind, and perhaps a certain stubbornness. On several occasions, one of my PhD students refused to work on a particular topic and demanded to work on another. I see no problem with that. On the contrary, it reassures me that the student has what it takes to do research. Today, there are numerous career opportunities for data science theses. In academia, both in France and abroad, but there are also more positions available in this field than in others. It is probably necessary to do a postdoc before obtaining a permanent position, but it's a good thing. It allows you to discover other research topics, to establish connection with colleagues abroad, and so on. Outside of academia, there is currently a very high demand in the job market for PhD students from data science, even in France. This is remarkable because traditionally the PhD used to be undervalued by the French private sector, contrary to Germany or the US, for instance. However, mentalities have evolved significantly in recent years, and especially so in data sciences. We even had former ENSA students who applied to a PhD after a few years in the private sector, because they had realized that the most interesting jobs in data science are much easier to get if you have a PhD.